We have all had those moments where the stress of trying to do it all and feeling like you're failing overwhelms you. Well, Chris Prange-Martin was such a mom, a 40-something professional and mother of two. But her mommy burnout had some shocking results. Here's her story.
I would describe our family as silly. Hi! We love the outdoors. We love doing stuff together. My husband and I got married later in life, and we decided to adopt our kids about a year and a half after we had gotten married. In 2007, we adopted our daughter Jade at the age of 26 months. And in February 2009, we adopted our son Kai at 28 months.
Chris and Scott adopted their children from orphanages in China, where poverty and living conditions were harsh.
Somehow our daughter continued to just thrive. She was happy and chunky when we got her, and no problem whatsoever. With Kai, it was a little different. I had seen a picture prior to even going to China of him looking like he wasn't thriving. He was 13.9 pounds at 21 months of age, and he looked emaciated to me. The transition coming home was difficult.
At the age of 3, Kai was diagnosed with developmental trauma disorder, ADHD, and speech and language disorders. Chris and Scott both had backgrounds in social work and psychology. They were confident that their expertise would help Kai's challenges.
My son would have long rages that would last for hours on end. And, you know, all kids have tantrums. That's typical. But his rages would go on and on. There were times that I just had to go downstairs and tune him out. And I cried, like, how many years am I going to have to deal with this?
Chris relieved her stress by rock climbing. But one day, with a lot on her mind, she made a serious mistake at her gym. She forgot to clip her harness to the pulley.
And I fell about between 28 and 30 feet, straight down. They said I tried to get up, which I don't remember. But I immediately thought, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. Joining me now, Chris Prange-Martin. Chris, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So what was the result of that fall ultimately to you physically?
Well, I underwent about 2 years of what they call limb salvage, which basically means they do all kinds of surgeries to try to keep your leg.
You broke your...
oh, yes. I broke several bones. I broke my pelvis. I broke 3 bones in my back. Broke my nose. Haven't gotten that fixed yet. But the biggest concern was my tibia, because the kind of fracture that I suffered was from a fall. And I continued to have lots of surgeries to try to fix it.
And ultimately decided you didn't want to fix it.
Yeah, one day I was with my family and watching my kids play, and I was on crutches. Like, I was on crutches for most of the time. And I said, you know, I have to be able to be active with my family. It's part of who we are. We're active people. So I did a lot of research, and I realized that an amputation was probably the best decision that I could make to regain my quality of life. And I have never looked back, and I never regret that decision.
Can I ask you, you know, we described it. You were stressed out. You're in the gym doing the thing that was sort of your escape. I believe, and I know others believe, that there are no accidents. Do you believe that there was something in you that caused you not to hook the pulley in, that you needed a rest, you needed an escape, or there was some reason that you didn't take care of yourself that day?
Well, when I realized that I didn't clip in, as I was on the floor, the first thing that came to my mind was, oh my God, it wasn't, oh, my body is broken all over the place. It was like, I can't believe I made such a horrible mistake. I have been so stressed out. And prior to that time, like, I thought I had it all together. But clearly I didn't.
I wonder, you know, is it your body trying to remind you that you matter too? Because part of what we're learning in our series on Stressed Out Moms is that self-care is the very last thing on moms' lists. The very last thing, especially when you have a child who has special needs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Is it true that while you were being taken to the hospital, you were managing Kai's needs? You were calling about Kai?
Yeah, so as I was laying on the floor there, I literally was directing people to make phone calls because he had an appointment later that day at Children's, and we weren't going to make it to that appointment, and I knew my husband's work phone number, so I was, and shock is real. I didn't feel any of that in the beginning, so it wasn't difficult to do that because I was still in that mode of taking care of my family.
You had been suffering feelings of what in dealing with Kai? Like what were you personally feeling?
Well, at the time, I called it stress. I'm so stressed out. But I would say, in psychotherapeutic language, I was very hypervigilant, always tuned in to what the needs of my children were. And if they had a need, I felt like I always need to be there to deal with that need. And it's a little bit more involved when you have a child that's, as I mentioned in my Huffington Post article, kind of pushing you away, because that's not a typical parenting experience with my adoption background, or with the fact that the kids are adopted. So, so it was really difficult because I felt no one understood what I was going through. And which is why I decided to share a little bit of my story.
So have you ever felt isolated being a mother, overwhelmed with living up to expectations, exhausted trying to keep up with the Joneses? Then you are normal. Well, Sheryl Ziegler knows a little something about it all. She's a psychologist and the author of Mommy Burnout, How to Reclaim Your Life and Raise Healthier Children in the Process. She is here along with Chris Prange-Martin, a mother of two, who calls herself a trauma mama, given all that she's dealt with the trauma of her child and then physical trauma to you. Let me ask you, Dr. Ziegler, what is mommy burnout technically?
So technically, it is the emotional and physical exhaustion that we feel from constantly giving, which is mothering.
There are 6 signs that you have it, right? 6 signs that you have it. We have it. Just think about this, whether you have this. Lack of energy throughout the day, right? Frequently snap at your kids. Sometimes. Yeah. Doubt your parenting decisions. Don't think you're doing a good job. It's like, so, right? Forgetting to prioritize yourself. Have little to no interest in sex. But these are signs, I feel like everyone I know, every mom I know has these. And so this is part of what you call a problematic, socially acceptable standard we've decided to settle with.
That's right. That's right. And I think that's what I'm really here. I just started seeing it in my practice, mom after mom. And I started feeling like, wow, if this mom knew that that mom felt this way, I think we would stop accepting that this was okay, because this is chronic stress. So burnout is really chronic stress gone awry. And now we're in acceptance mode. If I look at you and I say, how are you? Good. How are you? Oh, I'm so exhausted. Like, you're just going to accept that and go, me too.
Yeah.
And that's what we do to each other. And then it's like, okay, see you later. Because if you're so busy and tired, and I'm so busy and tired, we don't have a chance to connect. And all we do is normalize this experience of what we call motherhood. And I just think it's a shame. And I really know that we can change this by not accepting it anymore and saying this is bad for our health. And it also has consequences on our kids.
Because you, in addition to being a psychotherapist, experienced it yourself.
Yes, I did.
The counselor became the patient in a way.
I did. I was hearing it when I had my first child and listening and hearing it. And then I had my second child. And having the second one, I was like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what these moms are talking about.
You lose all me time once you have the second child.
Yes, I had 2 kids, like under the age of 2, so one's potty training, I'm nursing one, had no time for myself. Like, I would go 2 and 3 days without taking a shower, all those things that we laugh about and we think they're new mom stuff. And that was one of the things that I realized is, after your kid is 2 and 3 years old and you're still feeling sleep deprived, not being able to take care of yourself, not interested in sex, not connecting with friends, we can't any longer say, well, she's a new mom, of course. Mm-hmm. So there has to be a cutoff point where we say that's not okay.
Motherhood in and of itself is exhausting. Just quote unquote regular motherhood.
Yep.
But then you pile on all the other things that we pile on ourselves, the stresses of living in 2018 America. If you work outside the home, you're supposed to be able to do it all effortlessly and look awesome while you're you're right. It's like, it's too much.
It is.
But there is something we can do. It's not a hopeless situation, right? You don't have to quit your job and you don't have to give up a kid. You can. What is the one thing we can do?
Well, that's what I'm so excited about, is that I've done years of research on this. And the number one thing we can do is reach out and connect to other women. We have got to get our tribes back together. So many people are raising kids across the country from one another. We're not with our immediate families. People will tell me they don't go on date nights. They're like, it's like $200 for me to go on date night between dinner and the babysitter and everything else. Women need to get back together again. And I have to make time for my friends. And I have to also make time for all different kinds of friends. Mommy friends, neighbor friends, best friends,
and talk to them about it. Talk to them. 9 times out of 10, if you talk to a friend, you'll find out you're not alone in the problems you're experiencing. I was just talking to moms the other day, fellow broadcasters, talking about how when my kids were really little, like 3.5, 2, and newborn, I did not enjoy that period of motherhood. It was hard. And at the time, you don't know that another phase is coming that you might enjoy more. You just think you're a bad mom, that you're the only one. Your kids lost the lottery and they got stuck with you, who should have enjoyed it more. I used to look at my baby going, I'm sorry. But then it got better. They got easier as they got older. And now I will say at 8, 7, and 4, I'm really loving it. And it's easier and better for all of us. I love the book. Thank you so much for writing it. And thank you for coming on and telling your story. You're doing better now, and Kai is too?
Oh, yeah. In fact, quality of life is better than I would have been before my accident. So,
thank God.
Yeah, it's
Thank
amazing.
you for telling us your story. For more on Sheryl's book, Mommy Burnout, you can go to today.com/Megyn Today.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.